Hello students, this is Miss Gorman. Today we're starting chapter 8. We just finished up chapter 7, which was all about similar triangles, and we're going to be using similar triangles to apply some different things today. But this section is all about geometric mean. We're going to be talking a lot about right triangles in this chapter, but to get us started, we're going to be talking about geometric mean. And before we talk about what that is, we need to review how to simplify a radical. So say we have the square root of 54. Remember, we break that down into two numbers that multiply to the square root of 54. So I picked 2 times 27. You could have picked 6 times 9, or you could have picked 18 times 3. Doesn't matter what you start with, but then you have to break it down further if it can break down. So 2 is prime, so I can break that down. But 27 I can break down. I chose 3 times 9. And then 9 we have to break down to 3 times 3. Now we need to look for any pairs, anything that repeats. I see a pair of 3s, but then the 3 and the 2 are left over. So whatever's left over stays under the radical. Anything that had a pair, I need to take out one of the pairs. So I took out one of the 3s that repeated. And then I still have that 3 and that 2 left over. Those stay under the radical, and I multiply those to get the square root of 6. Okay, so that's how we simplified radicals. Now, we're going to be using this with geometric mean, because geometric mean between two numbers, it's the positive square root of their product. So when I multiply two numbers and I take the square root, we're not always going to get a perfect square, so we may have to be simplifying our radicals. Okay, when we're setting this up, we're going to be setting up a proportion just like we did with similar triangles to solve for different sides using proportions. Geometric mean also involves proportions. So the means, remember, are the bottom of the first ratio, the top of the second ratio. The extremes are the top of the first ratio and the bottom of the second ratio, like you can see here. Now, when we're finding the geometric mean, we're going to set it up with our means being x, because x is our geometric mean. And then we can cross multiply. So we can multiply x times x to get x squared equals a times b. Then we can take the square root of a times b, and that would be our geometric mean. So the geometric mean of, say, 9 and 4 would be 6. I'm looking down here, because 6 is the square root of 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. Square root of 36, we get 6. So let's do an example of actually finding the geometric mean between two numbers. We have to fill in our means as x. Then 2 and 50 are the other two numbers that will go in our proportion. Now our proportion set up, we can cross multiply. We have x times x, which is x squared. And 2 times 50 would give us 100. Then we can take the square root of both sides, and we would get x equals 10. So 10 would be the geometric mean between 2 and 50, because it's the positive square root of the product of the two numbers. So we're going to be using geometric mean when we are solving using an altitude of a right triangle. And let's review. An altitude of a triangle is the perpendicular drawn from one of the vertices to the opposite side. Specifically, the one that we're going to be drawing the altitude from is from the right angle today. Okay, so we're going to be using right triangles and drawing the altitude from the right angle to the hypotenuse. So if we draw the altitude from the right angle to the hypotenuse, then the two triangles that are formed are similar to the original triangle. Okay, so they're similar to each other and to the original triangle. So because they are similar, we're going to be able to set up proportions to solve for different sides. But in order to do that, the best way is to use geometric mean, and we're going to be learning a story about Parachute Pete. So the Parachute Pete story is, I'm going to talk you through the steps first, then we're going to go through a visual. So Pete is always going to parachute from the right angle of the large triangle. the path he travels is the geometric mean. So that's the one that's used twice in the proportion, in the means of our proportion. Then he's going to visit 2 cities. So once he travels down one of the sides, or the altitude, the other 2 cities are the other 2 blanks. If he travels down the middle path, then he's either going to visit the city on the right or on the left. If he picks an outside path, then he's going to go to the close city or to the far city. So let's go through a visual. Alright, so Pete's going to parachute from the right angle. So imagine that right angle symbol should be right here at the top. He can either travel down to the boat, to the house, or he could travel down to the camel. Okay, so the path that Pete follows to the ground, one of those paths is your geometric mean. Those are placed in the diagonal parts of the proportion in the means, like we talked about earlier. Okay, so he's going to travel any of these paths, and those paths are your geometric mean. So because of that, we can use 3 proportions to find the missing side lengths. So let's say that he travels down to the boat. Then he's either going to travel from there, well that will be your geometric mean. So I'm looking down here. BC, whatever that length is going to be in the means of your proportion. Now, he can either travel to the close city, which is the house, CD. So CD would be one path, or he could go to the camel, which would be the other path. And that would go in the other part of your proportion from C to A. So he's either going to go the close path or the far path. Now, he could also travel down the middle, down the altitude. So whatever path he travels, remember, is your geometric mean. So over here, BD is your geometric mean. From there, he can either go to the left, which is the camel, or he can go to the right, which is the boat. So let's say he goes to the boat. That's the other one in our proportion. Then he could also go to the camel, which would be the other value in our proportion. Okay, so BD was the path he traveled. Once he lands, he went to the right or he went to the left. And those are the 2 other numbers in the proportion. Now, our third option is to travel down to the camel. So if he travels to the camel, then that path AB is the means of our proportion. Then from the camel, he can either go to the close one, which is the house, and that would be the other number, so AD, or he can go to the far city, which is the boat, from A to C, and that would be your other value in the proportion. Okay, so let's go through an example. So this is an example where I'm trying to find the side length x. I don't have enough information to use Pythagorean theorem because I would need CB. So instead we can use geometric mean because we have the altitude drawn. We have AD, which is 3, and we have DB, which is 5. So remember, Pete can travel down AC, and the path he travels is the geometric mean that goes in the means of our proportion. So he traveled down X from the right angle, and that one in our proportion. Now he can either go to D, which would be 3, the close city, or he can go to the far city from A to B. Now from A to B would be 3 plus 5. So in our other part of our proportion over here would be 8, because I'd have to add 3 plus 5 to get the whole distance that he travels. Okay, so let's go through that again. He traveled down CA, so that was our geometric mean. Then from there he can go to the close city, which is a distance of 3, or the far city, which is a distance of 8. Those are the 2 other numbers in our proportion that we're finding the geometric mean of. Now we can cross multiply. We get x squared equals 8 times 3. 8 times 3 gives us 24. When we take the square root, we have to simplify this. So I'm not going to go through that process again. I want you to try it on your own. but you should get 2 root 6 for the square root of 24. Okay, so 2 root 6 would be the value of x. That gives us side AC. Once we have that, we could find CB if we'd like. We can also find the altitude, but once we have another one of the sides, that's going to help us find other things. Okay, so that would be an example of finding the geometric mean. We're also going to go through an example where we're finding one of the parts of the side over here. We're given the altitude, and we're given AD. So, in this case, if I know one of the lengths, CD, I'm going to travel that path. So whatever one you know is the path you want to travel, because we have to find DB over here. So if he goes down 6, that's our geometric mean. So that goes in the means of our proportion. Then he can either travel from D to A, which is a distance of 4, or he can travel from D to B, which is a distance of X. So those two other values would go in our proportion. Okay, so the geometric mean was 6 because that's the path he traveled. That went in twice in our proportion diagonally. Then from there he went to the left city, which was a distance of 4. That goes in one of our proportion spots. And then X would go in the other one because he went from D to B. Now we can solve. This one's going to be a little bit easier because when we cross multiply, we get 4 times X equals 6 times 6. So then we can simplify. We get 4x equals 36. Divide by 4. And we should get, x equals 9. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions tomorrow. We're going to be reviewing geometric mean. Feel free to go back through either of these examples if you feel like you did not understand anything. Okay? See you tomorrow.